Welcome back, everybody. I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. If this is your first time being on the channel, welcome to That One Actor. My name is Howard. I do have major plans for this channel once it takes off, so hit that subscribe button and ring the bell if you haven't already, because you definitely do not want to miss any of it. So before we get into the video, I do want to mention one thing. The next video that I'm going to be posting is going to be a giveaway, and I'm not quite sure whether or not I want to give away gift cards or money or a combination of both. So if you're watching this, if you can leave me a comment down below, tell me what you would want more. Could be a certain type of gift card, like maybe an Xbox Live gift card, or maybe a gift card to a restaurant, or maybe even a store. Or if you would prefer cash, I haven't really worked out all the numbers yet to see how much the giveaway would be for in terms of money. So like I said, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell, because you definitely do not want to miss the next video. Because if you see the video even an hour after the deadline, you're definitely going to miss out on whatever we choose to give away. Like I said, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, and once it comes out, you will be the first one to know about it, and we can get you in. So, steps to become an actor. I get this question all the time. How do I start? What's the first step? What do I have to do? What do I need? Well, stick with me, because we're going to go through this step by step. A lot of other YouTube channels do this exact same segment, but these 7 ways are based off of my experience. So I can't speak for any other YouTube channel. These are primarily just from my experience itself. So the first thing that I would recommend, and you can do these in kind of an uneven order. You don't have to do them the way that I'm telling you to do them. This is the way that I did them myself. That's how I would recommend them. But acting classes, a mentor, or even reading books about acting. If you search the internet, I am fairly certain that you can find an acting class or maybe even a mentor. You can even find books on the subject of learning acting. Anything that you can do to add another tool to your belt, whether it be improv, learning to cry on cue, which is a big one, how to get out of your own head when acting, that's a thing. I'll get into that in a later video, but definitely is a thing. Any of the 3 combinations, that would be my ultimate number 1. Try to get as much learning as you can in before you start acting, because a lot of people want to become an actor, and then they finally get into their first role, or they try to be a background person and they realize what it's all about, and then they start to pick up on the fact that it's not just, oh, I just have to say this one line in front of one person, and then I come back any number of weeks later to say that line at the exact time they need me to, and then I get paid. Sadly to say, it doesn't work like that. I wish it did, but it doesn't work like that. That would be my ultimate number 1. Learning anything you can about acting, whether it be from books, a mentor, acting classes. Just get into something to where you can learn something new. So number 2 is going to be your headshot. Your headshot is the single most important thing that you can definitely not slack off on. A lot of people think, oh, they're so expensive. I'll just go and I'll pay $25 to this off-the-wall person to just take headshots, and then I'll use those. That's fine if that's what you want to do. I ended up learning the hard way that going cheap on headshots is definitely not the way to go. It caused me to miss out on a number of roles that I tried to audition for, which is highly frustrating. I don't recommend going cheap on headshots. There are some headshots that you can get away with, and there's some that you just want to get the best you can get. So number 3 is put yourself out there. And what I mean by that is you will never get any kind of acting role if you don't put in any action. So for example, when I say put yourself out there, check out my last YouTube video, and it will give you 7 different ways to get more auditions. My two personal favorite would be backstage.com and Actors Access. So just to recap, put yourself out there means sign up on any site you can or any Facebook group that you can to try to get your name out there or start trying to audition for roles. Backstage.com, actorsaccess.com, one of the 4 Facebook groups that I linked in my previous video. Definitely do that. Number 4 is also going to be another big thing. Almost as big as the headshot. Sometimes you can get away without submitting one, but number 4 is going to be your resume. Typically, what casting directors want to see is an 8x10 headshot. And then on the back of that headshot, they want you to staple your resume to the back of your headshot. Or if you're more creative, you'll actually be able to print your resume on the headshot on the back. Some people have done that. Personally, I just stapled mine to the back of my headshot. Works just as well, but either one works. So after you get yourself out there and you get maybe 1 or 2 roles, even if they're small roles like student films, anything that will give you something to put on your resume, go for it. Because the better your resume, the better your outcome on getting roles. Number 5 is keep practicing. Acting is almost like working out. You don't go to the gym and then go from 250 pounds to 200 pounds and then never step foot in the gym again. Never. If you do, congrats. Awesome for you. I applaud you. I take my hat off to you. But majority of the time, if you drop that much weight in the gym, you're going to go back to keep on it. Acting is no different. You're going to start out taking classes, learning from a mentor, reading books on the subject, and then once you start getting roles, you're going to keep doing that to practice it. You might practice in front of a mirror. You might practice with your spouse or your friend or your significant other. Anything you can do to make yourself better, do it. I cannot stress that enough. So many actors start learning how to act and then they start getting roles and they think, oh, I don't have to better myself anymore. I know what I'm doing. You might, but I can guarantee you that if it comes down to you and somebody else, and that somebody else puts in 4 times as much work as you do, practicing what they've already learned, making themselves better, 8 out of 10 times, that other person will probably get picked. Number 6 is going to be your demo reel. And this is going to be an example of your work. So any roles that you do in the past or any roles that you're currently doing, put in your demo reel. Put your best acting segments into a sizzle reel that some people call it. Some people call it a sizzle reel. Some people call it a demo reel. Some people just call it a demo. Whatever you call it, put your best work into it and then send it to whoever you're trying to get the role through. That way they can look at it and say, we want this person to be our star. The next thing, number 7, is going to be where you get an agent or a manager. So don't get the two confused because there is a definite difference between an agent and a manager. And you might see me peer off screen because I've actually wrote this down so I don't give you wrong information. So an agent is, their specific job is to find and secure work for actors, directors, writers, and musicians. So they're the ones that will find the work and then slide the work to you if you're a good fit for it, or put your name in the hat if you're a good fit for it. Agents primarily work with studios and casting directors to place clients on film productions. Now, with that being said, a manager is something completely different. A talent manager can advise career and contracts, but cannot negotiate the job contract for you. So they can give you advice on what to do. They can't sign you up for roles themselves, if that makes sense. Hopefully that puts a little more light, because I actually did the wrong thing and I went looking for a manager when in reality I needed an agent. So don't be like me and go for the agent if that's what you're looking for. And then number 8, I've already went over. It's the same as number 5, which is keep practicing. If you have an acting class that you go to, try a different one. Different acting class teachers teach different stuff. So you might learn how to act at this acting class. But then again, this other acting class, they might teach you how to act more efficiently or how to get out of your own head. And then this acting teacher over here might teach you how to cry on cue, but the first one didn't. Get as much variety as you can. Don't just stop at one acting coach and say, okay, this is the one I'm going to use my entire career. If you do, that's fine. If you're content with using one acting coach your entire career, no harm at all. But I myself like a variety. So if I can add 2, 3, 4 different varieties of one acting session, I'll be all for it. I will jump on that every day. Just keep that in mind. And like I said at the beginning of the video, if you're not already a member of That One Actor, I want you to hit that subscribe button, ding the bell. Like I mentioned before, you do not want to miss the next video. It is a giveaway for either gift card, cash, or a little bit of both. And it's not just going to be one winner. There will at least be 2 winners, if not 3. So hit that subscribe button, hit the bell, because I don't want you to miss out on it. And don't forget, in the comments, write down gift card, cash, or both, because I would love your opinion. I don't want to go out and buy gift cards for the winners when the majority of you would rather have cash. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Thank you.